Hello student, in today's video we are going to learn about interview section, writing skill, interview. Before going to start the real part, here are some questions in icebreaker sections. Complete the following wave diagram. In what way can I change myself for the better? One is given for you. I want to control my anger. तर स्वतःच्या रागावरती नियंत्रण ठेवून आपण स्वतःला बदलू शकतो. देन सेकंड, what can we say? We can say that by helping other we can change ourselves. By helping other in need, providing the moral support to the others. In this way we can complete this wave. You can add your ideas in this wave. Second question, given below are the prerequisites of an interview. Fill the boxes with suitable actions to be undertaken with reference to the given points. Prerequisites of an interview, एरियाज टू बी कवर्ड, तुम्ही कोणकोणता भाग त्याच्यामध्ये कवर करणार आहात इंटरव्ह्यूमध्ये त्याच्याबद्दलचे ते मेन्शन करायचं आहे. त्यानंतर टाईम मॅनेजमेंट, तुम्ही इंटरव्ह्यू घेत असताना तुमचा जो टाईम आहे तो टाईम मॅनेजमेंट करणे योग्य महत्त्वाचं असतं. त्यानंतर मेक युअर इंटरव्ह्यू इंटरेस्टिंग, तुमची मुलाखत जी आहे ती इंटरेस्टिंग कशी होईल त्याच्याकडे लक्ष देणं गरजेचं आहे. आणि बॉडी लँग्वेज, तुमची शरीराची भाषा खूप महत्त्वाची आहे तुम्ही इंटरव्ह्यू घेत असताना. या सगळ्या गोष्टी जर तुम्ही तुमच्या मित्राबरोबर चर्चा करून हा डायग्राम ही कंप्लीट करायचा आहे. जे कृष्णमूर्ती, J. Krishnamurti is regarded as one of the greatest philosophical and spiritual figures of the 20th century. He claimed no allegiance to any caste, nationality, religion, or tradition. His purpose was to set humankind free from the destructive limitations of human mind. He focused on the very nature and quality of human life. He highlighted the importance of critical awareness of the inner and the outer world through his writings and speeches. त्यांच्या भाषणातून आणि त्यांच्या लिखाणातून त्यांनी या सगळ्या गोष्टींवरती भाष्य केलेलं आहे. This interview is an extract from the talks and discussions held by J. Krishnamurti with students of ऋषी व्हॅली स्कूल्स. ऋषी व्हॅली स्कूलच्या मुलांच्या बरोबर त्यांनी दिलेली इंटरव्ह्यू आहे, त्याचा पाठ आपल्याला पुढे देण्यात आलेला आहे. ही कम्युनिकेट्स हिज आयडियाज ऑफ एज्युकेशन ॲज अन इन्स्ट्रुमेंट ऑफ द ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द ह्युमन माइंड. पुढे त्यांची मुलाखत दिलेली, आपण ती मुलाखत बघूया कशा पद्धतीने त्या मुलाखतीमध्ये त्यांनी आपले विचार मांडलेले आहेत मुलांसमोर. इंटरव्ह्यू, स्टुडंट आस्क द क्वेश्चन. आपल्याला परीक्षेमध्ये बघा कसं असतं, डायरेक्ट इंटरव्ह्यू नाही तर तुम्ही कोणाची तरी इंटरव्ह्यू घेणार आहात, अशा पद्धतीनं एक 8 ते 10 क्वेश्चन्स तयार करा असा प्रश्न तुम्हाला परीक्षेमध्ये येतो. आपण या ठिकाणी ही इंटरव्ह्यू अभ्यासायची आहे की जेणेकरून आपल्याला कशा पद्धतीनं मुलांनी प्रश्न विचारलेले आहेत आणि त्या प्रश्नांना जे कृष्णमूर्ती यांनी कशा पद्धतीनं उत्तर दिलेले आहेत याचा अभ्यास आपण या ठिकाणी करायचा आहे. स्टुडंट आस्क अ क्वेश्चन. द वर्ल्ड इज फुल ऑफ कॅलस पीपल, indifferent people, cruel people, and how can you change to those people? Krishnamurti. The world is full of callous people, indifferent people, cruel people, and how can you change those people? Is that it? Why do you bother about changing others? Change yourself. Otherwise, as you grow up, you will also become callous. म्हणजे त्यांनी सांगितलं की दुसऱ्यांना बदलण्याचा प्रयत्न करू नका, तुम्ही स्वतः बदला. अदरवाईज ॲज यू ग्रो अप यू विल ऑल्सो बिकम कॅलस. तुम्ही ज्यावेळेला मोठे व्हाल त्यावेळेला तुम्ही कॅलसच व्हाल. यू विल ऑल्सो बिकम इनडिफरंट, यू विल ऑल्सो बिकम क्रुएल. द पास्ट जनरेशन इज व्हॅनिशिंग, इट इज गोईंग टू यू, इट इज गोईंग अँड यू आर कमिंग. अँड इफ यू ऑल्सो प्रूव्ह कॅलस, इनडिफरंट, क्रुएल, यू विल ऑल्सो बिल्ड द सेम सोसायटी. What matters is that you change, that you are not callous, that you are not indifferent. When you say all this is the business of the older generation, have you seen them? Have you watched them? Have you felt for them? If you have, you will do something. Change yourself and test it by action. Such action is one of the most extraordinary thing, but we want to change everybody except ourselves. आपण स्वतःला सोडून इतरांना बदलण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो, विच मीन्स रिअली वी डू नॉट वॉन्ट टू चेंज. म्हणजे आपण बदलण्याचा प्रयत्नच करत नाही, असं जे कृष्णमूर्ती या ठिकाणी विद्यार्थ्यांना सांगतात. वी वॉन्ट अदर टू चेंज. आपण दुसऱ्यांना बदलण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. अँड सो वी रिमेन कॅलस, indifferent, cruel, hoping the environment will change so that we can continue in our own way. You understand what I am talking about. Second question asked by the student. You ask us to change. What do we change into? तुम्ही स्वतःला चेंज करायला सांगता, आपण कोणता बदल नेमका करायला पाहिजे? Krishnamurti says, gives the answer. You ask us to change. What is it we change into? You cannot change into a monkey. Probably you would like to, but you cannot. Now, when you say, I want to change into something, listen to this carefully. If you say to yourself, I must change myself into something, the into something is a pattern which you have created, haven't you? Do you see that? Look at you are violent or greedy and you want to change yourself into a person who is not greedy. Not wanting to be greedy is another form of greed, isn't it? Do you see that? But if you say, I am greedy, I will find out what it means, why I am greedy, what it involved in it. Then, when you understand greed, you will be free of greed. Do you understand what I am talking about? म्हणजे कृष्णमूर्ती या ठिकाणी मुलांना सांगतात की कशा पद्धतीनं ग्रीडी लोक जे आहेत ते इतरांनाही ग्रीडी कशा पद्धतीनं बनवतात आणि त्यांचे विचार त्यांनी या ठिकाणी मुलांसमोर मांडलेले आहेत. आणि त्यांनी पुढे एक्सप्लेन करून सांगितले, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन. आय एम ग्रीडी अँड आय स्ट्रगल, फाईट, मेक ट्रिमेंडस एफर्ट्स नॉट टू बी ग्रीडी. आय हॅव ऑलरेडी अन आयडिया, अ पिक्चर, अन इमेज ऑफ वॉट इट मीन्स नॉट टू बी ग्रीडी. सो आय एम कन्फर्मिंग to an ideal which I think is non-greed, you understand. Whereas if I look at my greed, if I understand why I am greedy, the nature of my greed, the structure of greed, then when I begin to understand all that, I am free of greed. Therefore, freedom from greed is something entirely different from trying to become non-greedy. Do you see the difference? Freedom from greed is something which is entirely different from saying, I must be a great man, so I must be non-greedy. Have you understood? I was thinking last night that I have been to this valley off and on for about 40 years. People have come and gone, trees have died and new trees have grown. Different children have come, passed through this school, have become engineers, housewives, and disappeared altogether into the masses. I meet them occasionally at an airport or at a meeting, very ordinary people, and if you are not very careful, you are also going to end up that way. Next question asked by the student to J. Krishnamurti. What do you mean by ordinary? Krishnamurti. To be like the rest of men, with their worries, with their corruption, violence, brutality, indifference, carelessness. I want a job. To want to hold on to a job, whether you are efficient or not. to die in the job. That is what is called ordinary. ऑर्डिनरीचा अर्थ या ठिकाणी जे कृष्णमूर्ती यांनी स्पष्ट करून सांगितलेला आहे. टू बी लाईक द रेस्ट ऑफ मेन with their worries, with their corruption, violence, brutality, indifference, carelessness, to want a job, to want to hold on to a job, whether you are efficient or not, to die in the job, that is what is called ordinary. To have nothing new, nothing fresh, no joy in life, never to be curious, intense, passionate, never to find out, but merely to conform. That is what I mean by ordinary. It is called being burgess. It is a mechanical way of living, a routine, a boredom. That is ordinary. Student asks next question. How can we get rid of being ordinary? या सामान्यपणातून आपण कशा पद्धतीनं मुक्त होऊ शकतो, त्याच्यातून आपल्याला मुक्त व्हायचं असेल तर काय करायला हवं, असा प्रश्न मुलांनी केलेला आहे. हाऊ कॅन वी गेट रीड ऑफ बिईंग ऑर्डिनरी? कृष्णमूर्ती सेज, हाऊ कॅन यू गेट रीड ऑफ बिईंग ऑर्डिनरी? डू नॉट बी ऑर्डिनरी. यू कॅनॉट गेट रीड ऑफ इट. जस्ट डू नॉट बी इट. Student asks, how sir? Krishnamurti says, there is no how. You see, that is one of the most destructive questions. Tell me how. Man has always been saying throughout the world, tell me how. If you see a snake, a poisonous cobra, you do not say, please tell me how to run away from it. You run away from it. So in the same way, if you see that you are ordinary, run, leave it, not tomorrow but instantly. म्हणजे तुम्हाला सामान्यपणातून जर बाजूला व्हायचं असेल तर तुम्ही लगेच त्वरित त्याच्यातून बाजूला व्हायला हवं, ज्यावेळेला तुमच्या लक्षात येतं त्यावेळेपासून. सिन्स यू विल नॉट आस्क एनी मोर क्वेश्चन्स, आय एम गोइंग टू प्रपोज समथिंग. यू नो पीपल टॉक अ ग्रेट डील about meditation, don't they? Student, they do. Krishnamurti, you know nothing about it. I am glad because you know nothing about it. You can learn about it. It is like not knowing French or Latin or Italian. Because you do not know, you can learn. You can learn as though for the first time. Though people who already know about meditation is, they have to unlearn and then learn. You see the difference. Since you do not know what meditation is, let us learn about it. To learn about meditation, you have to see how your mind is working. You have to watch. As you watch a lizard going by, walking across the wall, you see all its 4 feet, how it sticks to the wall, and as you watch, you see all the movements. In the same way, watch your thinking. Do not correct it. Do not suppress it. Do not say, all this is too difficult. Just watch now, this morning. First of all, sit absolutely still. Sit comfortably. Cross your legs. Sit absolutely still. Close your eyes and see if you can keep your eyes from moving. You understand? Your eyeballs are apt to move. Keep them completely quiet for fun. Then as you sit very quietly, find out what your thought is doing. Watch it as you watched the lizard. Watch thought, the way it runs, one thought after another, so you begin to learn to observe. Are you watching your thoughts? How one thought pursues another thought saying, this is a good thought, this is a bad thought. म्हणजे चांगले विचार वाईट विचार दोन्ही येत असतात मेडिटेशनच्या वेळेला. आपण कशा पद्धतीनं वाईट विचारांना बाजूला करायचं आणि चांगल्या विचारांना जवळ करायचं हे कृष्णमूर्ती या ठिकाणी सांगत आहेत. when you go to bed at night and when you watch your thought, just watch thought, do not correct it, and then you will learn the beginning of meditation. Now sit very quietly, shut your eyes and see that the eyeballs do not move at all. Then watch your thoughts so that you learn. Once you begin to learn, there is no end to learning. In this way, this interview part comes to an end. Go through the interview once again. Read this interview once again and try to understand the real thoughts told by J. Krishnamurti. Today we stop here.